All right, guys, welcome back to Jebediah's YouTube. Wait, never mind. Wrong YouTube channel. What's going on, guys? What's cracking? I look like Jebediah, this fucking bushy ass beard, but hey, I'm back. I haven't been making videos because I've been not really feeling like making them. But the reason I'm making this video is this car is getting ripped apart. So it's time to work on that. Well, I was pointing towards hers, but this one's getting worked on. My personal Supra. Head's getting built, block's getting built, got new valve covers, got all sorts of new stuff. You guys kind of saw this stuff from Autosport Engineering. The stuff's gonna be coming back from Powder Coat. So let me just kind of do a rundown of my car. So you guys know my car. You know my wife's, which is done now. Got the awesome wheels, brakes. It needs a little bit more refinement, again, but I'm kind of done with it, right? It's done for now, right? She can go drive it, do whatever. It does everything pretty okay. The only things that we really found, I know I was gonna talk about my car, but kind of just sum up hers real quick. The catch can from Vibrant didn't work exactly the way I wanted it to. It had blow by. So the whole point is it's supposed to catch the oil and vapors, right? Well, there's a plate that runs down the center of this thing, okay? Runs down the side, and then there's a plate down here. Well, the plate has about a 1/4 inch gap on both sides starting right here the whole way down. Well, if this is pressurized, oil and vapor coming through, what's it gonna do? It's gonna find the path of least resistance. So instead of going the whole way down, going through the baffled air and going back up, it's coming right in here, coming up, and it was going on the hood, going up here, and this car's only running 18 PSI. So what I contacted Vibrant, and they were kind enough to go, hey, we've had a few complaints, we've already started revising it, we'll get you one out in 2 weeks with the new revised baffle that should actually work a lot better. So big shout out to Vibrant, that's very good that they actually care about their customers and actually take, feedback. I talked to the engineer there too. He's like, anytime you see anything like this, please let us know. We like good feedback, man. So shout out to Vibrant, that's pretty awesome. Again, not sponsored, but yeah, just that's actual customer feedback, that's pretty cool. Again, like I said, her car's pretty much done. The transmission doesn't shift perfect, but again, it's an A340. It's never gonna drive the way I thought in my mind. So in my mind, I had this vision of like, once you get it tuned right, get it maybe built, it'll like, wanna hit those buttons. Kind of find out, it's never gonna happen. Sucks, but it's never gonna happen. It's gonna be, I can get it better, I can get a lot better, but it'll never be like a BMW ZF transmission or a true DCT. I don't wanna go to a DCT because of the chatter and driving with those, and I don't wanna deal with a BMW ZF. It would be nice to have an 8-speed, but it's a huge transmission. I don't think it'll fit in a tunnel. There is a 6R80, but again, it's big, it's expensive. These transmissions are literally free, so it's a give and take, right? How much you wanna spend versus what you wanna do with it. So that's kind of where I'm at. Again, the car does everything really well. The only thing I can really say, I'm going to put the Otis Geiken LSD in it and then put solid mounts in the ears of that and then put Figs Engineering or some type of Pro Sport or whatever rubber bushings in the back because I don't want that to be too solid. I only put solid in the ears because that's the only place it really seems to matter. I just want as little vibration as possible. So yeah. But to get back to my car, so this is going to be yanked out. So this will be a project for the winter. My buddy Colton, aka Colton Glunt, is going to be helping me along with Tony, BB, all my friends per usual. These guys are going to come over and help out. And we're gonna revamp all this. The biggest thing, is what is the build itself? So what are we doing for the build? So the head is going over to Dave Lacalio over at Head Games. Dave, if I'm saying your name wrong, please let me know. This is going to get a full Brian Crower sweep, which you guys saw in past videos. So big shout out again to Brian Crower. It is going to get 276 cams. It's going to get their new double spring setup. So they, for the longest time, only sold a single spring setup. They now have a dual spring setup. It's not a beehive, it is a dual spring setup. And that was recommended by Dave to go for the 276 so we don't get any valve float or anything of that nature. It's also going to use BC valves. It's going to use everything from BC. Everything you name of, it's going to be BC, including their new cam gears and ARP hardware. Now, that's the head build. It's going to be very mild port because Dave said for a street car, you just don't really need anything crazy, but he's going to clean everything up and get it to flow a little bit better because obviously we're going to be revving it a lot higher. For the block, I'm still undecided. It's going to be some type of Brian Crower rod, but then we're going to use real street billet mains, things of that nature. I'm thinking keeping it as low compression as possible, 9-to-1, maybe 9.5-to-1 at most. I want to run more boost and just less interference and stuff. I don't want to go too crazy. I just feel like that should be, plenty. Again, I'm not going too crazy because I do want to keep this small style regulator. I'm just using twin 525s. I want to see how much as I can make on my 1650s. If I can touch 1,000 with 1650 injectors, with 85, I'll send those out to get cleaned. Again, these are the kind of things I'm doing right now. Yeah, so just very basic. I should say basic, some very cool build coming. We're also going to do the biggest thing from a visual standpoint is going to be a removal of the fuse box. And you're probably saying to me, well, Ryan, how the hell are you going to get rid of it? Because I'm saying that. I'm going to get rid of it. Not relocate it, get rid of it. So how am I going to get rid of a fuse box? Ryan, you have fuses. They run the headlights. They do turn signals. They do things of this nature. You're absolutely right. I'm going to be using a Haltech Nexus in this car. That's right. Bye-bye AEM. Hello, Haltech. And I'm always saying it wrong. Nick's is going to see this and go, Ryan, you're saying it wrong. Haltech. So you're supposed to say it like, hey, Hale, over there, like my buddy Hale. Say Haltech. But I always say it wrong, called Haltech. But I'm going to be running the Nexus in this. I could run a 2500, but you're a manual car. Hell, could do a 2500 in her car. Most people don't realize that the Haltech 2500 actually will do automatic control. Same with the 1500. Just depends how many inputs and outputs you need. But I'm going to run Nexus because why not? And the ultimate goal for this is to eliminate the fuse box with it. Since it has a built-in PDM, has all the inputs and outputs, has like 120 total wires going into it, I'm going to try and use it to 100% control the fuse box, everything up front. Now, it can't do everything. There is a few relays and stuff that are quite big that need some power that I will have to do separate. I will show that in a video. So the goal of this is to show you guys what you have to do, what to eliminate to make this go away. Now you would have to use the ECU I'm using, so you either have to use Haltech or nothing at all. I'm not going to show it how to use Motec or to do a generic way. I'm going to show it very specific, so sorry for that, but this should give you a generality of how to get there. Again, this is going to be over months and months, so don't see this coming anytime soon. You probably guys won't see a finished product till the summer. Unfortunately, yes, that's right, I said the summer. Unlike usual, I usually take these cars apart and I give myself 3 to 4 months to get it ready. This time around is going to take a little bit longer. Yeah, money's a little bit different this time. I have 2 kids and I just had my wife quit her job. So she's now officially a stay-at-home mom, so it's just me, myself, and I. Yippee. So money's gonna be a little bit different this time around. I'm gonna be taking on shop cars too. So this winter, I've also got an 8.8 install I'm doing. I've got Frank's Quicksilver Supra I'll be working on. I'll be putting a McLeod or McLeod clutch in that. I've got a couple cars. Jeff Cohen up in New Jersey wants me to do a little bit of work on his car. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit of things. I'll try to record those cars a little bit, but time is money. So I'm not gonna take a crap load of time, but I do wanna get a little bit because those guys are kind enough to drop the car off. So I kinda wanna do little videos on their car, kind of showing what we're doing with them. So that's just a few projects on top of these cars, plus Colton's car is getting an 8.8 also. Everyone, you get an 8.8, you get an 8.8, you get an 8.8. Everyone's getting a 8.8 differential. Makes me happy. Joel makes a great kit, makes it simple. Again, if you guys haven't seen my video, follow it. Makes it stupid easy to get in. But yeah, that's kind of the setup for my car for this winter. I also thought about when I was going to do that to also paint the engine bay, but I'm not. This is the whole thing. I'm not going to do that now. I am going to take the brake booster out, get that painted. Again, tucking all the wiring. Hear me out. Here's the reason I'm not doing it is it's been really nice not having this car painted. Her car is super nice and I love it, but it sucks because when I'm working on it, I'm always scared I'm going to scratch, drop, hit something. This I'm not. And I also have this mentality, if I'm going to do it once, I want to do it all. So I don't want to spray the engine bay and then do this and that. I've done that with this car. It's stupid and I hate it. This has been like I guess we'll call this is the car I've done my we'll do a little bit here, and my learning process car. And I was able to take all of that learning from over the years and then apply it to my wife's car. That's why I was able to do it all at once. I knew where everything needed to go for the most part. There was some things that are different, obviously that being a Haltech car. That was a little different, but for the most part, I knew what I had to do and how to go about it. This, again, I just want to eliminate fuse boxes, stuff, clean things up, shoot for more power, but still make it a driver's car. So if it gets nicks, dings, dangs, I don't care, right? It doesn't matter. Same thing if the headlights are cracked and stuff. I like it to be nice-ish. It's not perfect by any shape or form. I would call it a good 6, maybe a 7 on a good day, with it all cleaned up. But I want to kind of keep it this way, keep the engine bay unpainted and just fix a few things. And that's just my personal opinion. I'd like to hear your guys' feedback on what I should do. I want to hear from you guys. If you think I should paint it or if you have some ideas, I think also when I do paint this car, and like my wife's where I was hell-bent on keeping it Alpine silver, I think when the time comes for this, I'm going to do something different. It'll still be like a gray or silver of some sort because I'm blah, but I'm thinking something from Lexus or any other brand really. Maybe a Quicksilver, but there's better colors than even Quicksilver. Like, Audi and BMW have a lot better color range. Lexus has a lot better color range. So I've been looking at colors from those. But yeah, I think that's something on my plate down the road. So I'd like to hear you guys' feedback on that. Electric fans, of course, will be going on this too. Now, I don't know if I'll be doing the powerhouse racing setup that I have now. I do like the fact that they draw very little power, but I don't feel like that's necessary. Again, I'm not sure yet. I'll let you guys know. I just don't think that's 100% necessary. It is a little bit bulkier, but I do like it too because it's all hidden, so it's a catch-22. Yeah, so we'll see where I go with this. Again, I'm going to keep the PHR turbo setup because it just works. Probably clean a few things up. I'll probably do Red Horse AN lines all over, get rid of all the silicone lines, clean that too. Do a hard line here, kind of like I did my wife's, get rid of the soft line, run a hard line over this way, down over, so you don't have this on over. On this side, run an extended neck too off the bottom of the turbo. We'll have a new catch can set up. We'll have new valve covers from Autosport Engineering. We'll have to do a whole new wiring harness from Kaizen Motorsports. So, dude, there's so much, man, there's a lot. Again, that's why there's no way I can get it done. We're keeping the T56 mag, keeping the 8.8. We are gonna go to a tilt and clutch because we're making a little bit more power. That is also gonna be supplied by Granis Racing. So yeah, just a bunch of little things, guys, that's gonna happen this winter. I really appreciate you guys staying with me through all this and not just bailing on me. I absolutely understand that I have not posted much, and I get it. Like, I need to force myself. Just been busy. I really appreciate so many people that still reach out and still say thank you for the videos, even though I haven't been posting. It means a lot to me. It really does. You know, I try to put a lot of effort into this over the years. I've been doing this since around 2016. I guess it would have been the beginning of 2016. When did Ben and Ben and Gears and Gasoline give me my first camera? It was right after my wedding in 2016. So yeah, it means a lot to me that you guys stuck around. We're gonna keep doing more informational videos. I wish, part of me wants to do the head build 100% myself, but you guys seen how to install cams, how I've done all that. I'm letting Dave do this because he's gonna port and polish it, and it just makes sense. He can get it all set up. I go pick the head up, boom, drop it in, and I'm good to go. You know, simple as that, and I can then run with it. Yeah, very, very simple, and I'm excited. I just can't wait to hear it. 276 cams, a built engine, then get it up to John Kerr to tune this thing. Be a lot simpler car, no automatic trans to deal with, just tune the bad bitch and let her eat.